Bumaclot. How educational slash informational YouTubers are building $10,000 to $100,000 a month profit YouTube businesses in 120 days without relying on AdSense, sponsorships, or burning out using synthesis. Educational informational YouTubers are using the synthesis method to achieve this. This sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, this is very, very possible. So many examples, so many case studies. Let's get into it. This is you plus synthesis versus your YouTuber problems. See that big Cerberus dog with 3 heads? You, the human, plus a sword, which is synthesis, is how you'll be able to defeat that 3-headed Cerberus. Before I even continue with the rest of this video, I want to show you proof of how YouTubers such as yourself are doing the exact same thing with most likely smaller subscribers than you. So first of all, I want to get into it. I want to showcase William Brown because he's an educational slash informational YouTuber that posts about business content, but he's making over $450,000 a month from just YouTube alone with only 70,000 subscribers. Here are the screenshots. It says, I made $466K from YouTube in only 30 days, and here's how you can with proof. And then William Brown, he only has 70K subscribers. What is he doing that's allowing him to make over $450,000 a month from just YouTube alone with only 70,000 subscribers? What is he doing compared to you? He probably has less subscribers than you. Let's also look at Max Pearson. He's making over $200K a month with only 60K subscribers. He's an educational slash informational YouTuber that posts about business content. 60K subscribers. If you do the math on that, that's over $200,000 a month of the 1.5K members and the join at $150 a month. That's over $200,000 a month, and he only has 60K subscribers. Here's another example. Client name Redact. I can't show the name, obviously, for censorship purposes and like privacy purposes. I don't know why I said censorship, but he was making less than 1K a month from AdSense and sponsorships with 70K subscribers before working with me. This was before working with me. As you can see, he has 70K subscribers. But after we're implementing the processes and systems that we're going to get into in the rest of this video, he has over 400 warm leads ready to buy his 3K mentorship. That's 400 people ready to buy something that's priced at $3,000. But we're only accepting about 10 to 20 people because obviously this is his first sort of launch campaign and first time doing something like this. So we need to ease him into it, and that's what we do. But we're only accepting about 10 to 20 people, and we're looking at a $30,000 to $60,000 cash collected launch campaign. So that's more than what he would make in an entire year from AdSense with just his first launch. So yeah, 430 responses, 400 warm leads ready to buy his 3K mentorship. Next person, Matthew Larson. He's making millions of dollars per year with a 15K subscriber channel. He scaled to 900K per month by implementing the same strategies discussed in this video. Of course, we're going to get into it. He only has 15K subscribers. He scaled his offer to $900,000 per month using the strategies that we're going to talk about in this video that you can implement into your own YouTube channel. And of course, me, of course. These are the exact same strategies that I am using as I begin to sit around the 20K a month range with only 24 subscribers. And it says X Twitter followers, but I mean, it's 152 Twitter followers. These are the exact same strategies that I'm using to scale to $1 million months as a consulting firm. So obviously, if I'm going to be talking about it, I have to practice what I preach. So it's the exact same strategies and the exact same systems I'm going to be talking about in this video that I'm using as well. And I'm going to use them to scale to $1 million months. Watch the rest of the video so I can also teach you how to do the same thing. So now that you believe me, let me tell you who this training is actually for. If you're looking to scale your YouTube channel to anywhere between $10,000 and $100,000 a month profit, this is for you. If you're an educational or informational YouTuber struggling to make consistent income, then this is for you. If you're tired of posting endlessly and still making next to nothing on AdSense or sponsorships, then this is for you. If you know you have more value to share other than just posting content, but you just don't know how to monetize it beyond views and likes, then this is for you. If you're looking for a way to monetize your expertise without feeling like you're selling out or overloading your audience with ads and sponsorships and just brand deals and shit that they literally just don't care about, by the way. No one cares about Teach Hanley sponsorship that you have to promote. You don't even use it yourself. If you're looking for a way to do that, then this is for you. If you're sick of chasing views and viral videos just to stay relevant in algorithm, then this is for you. But let me tell you now who this document is not for. If you want to prioritize vanity metrics like views, likes, and subscribers, this training is not for you. If you want shortcuts and aren't willing to build a sustainable business foundation, then this training is obviously not for you. If you're okay with being at the mercy of your algorithms rather than taking control of your income, this training is not for you. If you think success is going to come without focusing on providing value to your audience, then this training is not for you. And if you're just looking to treat your YouTube channel as a temporary side hustle or a hobby instead of building a long-term business with your channel, then this training is not for you. And if you're unwilling to let go of old YouTube methods that clearly aren't working for you, that clearly keep you stuck, broke, burnt out, and out of time, not being able to see your family, not being able to pay your bills for a month, this training is not for you. If you're not unwilling to let go of those old YouTube methods, then just get off this video right now. Now, here's the truth about turning your YouTube channel into a profitable, scalable business that is generating you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month in profit. Nobody's going to tell you this, but you don't actually need to go viral, post 24/7, or rely on sponsorships or AdSense to succeed. However, most educational and informational YouTubers won't ever achieve this because they don't fundamentally understand how to monetize the audience they've already built by creating offers that their viewers want to buy and install a content and marketing ecosystem that works together to actually turn your audience into viewers that actually want to pay you on autopilot. Nor do most YouTubers understand that to build a scalable system that turns their channel into a real business, they actually need to stop focusing on vanity metrics like the ones we said earlier, the views, the likes, and subscribers, and grinding out on endless content and actually sell something in the first place. What is the point of grinding out endless content if you're not even seeing the return for it? You need to actually change your paradigm, change your mindset, and realize that you actually need to be able to sell. You need to sell something in order to make money on YouTube and succeed on YouTube. I want you to completely destroy this limiting belief that you have in your brain right now. The only way to make money on YouTube is by going viral, working harder, or relying on sponsorships. The idea that you have to go viral, hustle harder with content, or depend on sponsorships and affiliates to make money on YouTube is a myth. Yes, it is a myth. It is the old method of making money on YouTube and becoming successful on YouTube. It's about implementing systems that transform your channel and content into an actual thriving business that generates income that you can control. You can't control which companies are going to reply back to you and the amount of sponsorship that you're going to get, as well as the price tag for the sponsorship and the quality of the sponsorship. You can't control how many people click on your affiliate link. You can't control how much AdSense you make because you can't control how many views, likes, and subscribers you get. You can make the most banger video ever and your video could literally flop. You need to take your income into control of your own hands and make money off things that are in your control, such as creating an amazing product, creating an ecosystem so that people can actually purchase that amazing product and get people amazing results. As this picture shows, the influencer mindset is quite literally leaking out money. As you can see from the picture of Mr. Beast, the money is literally coming out of his ears. This is just an accurate representation of what's going on when you focus on these vanity metrics that don't actually lead to more money in the bank account or more freedom or more location freedom or more financial freedom. And if you want to be the YouTuber who breaks free from this belief, I'm going to show you exactly how to navigate around the common mistakes that keep creators stuck on AdSense and sponsorships, how I'm helping my clients create high value offers, attract paying audience members, people who actually want to purchase your stuff rather than just watch and take up your time for free, and scale to 20K, 50K, and even 100K per month profit. I'm going to show you how to transform your YouTube channel into a real business without grinding, without relying on algorithms, and without sacrificing your audience's trust. And like I said, this is the system that's working for my clients and other YouTubers, and it can work for you too. I just showed you a whole bunch of examples of other YouTubers and clients, as well as what it's doing for me. Why wouldn't you think it wouldn't be able to work for you? So before we dive in, let me give you a little background on how I got here. So I've always been obsessed with YouTube. From a young age, I've watched hundreds of different creators in different niches, from Rice Gum, OG, Bart Baker when I was young boy, and Corey X Kensha, of course. Corey X Kensha to go. But now we got the new gen people like Kai Cenat. We got Hamza. Of course, we got Ali Abdul for productivity. It was only natural that when I started business, I wanted to become a YouTuber. But unfortunately, I started hearing a harsh truth. Most YouTubers aren't making nearly as much money as it seems that they do. I was wondering, like, why is this the case? Like, what is going on? Like, why would I even want to become a YouTuber if YouTubers aren't even making money? I saw so many cases. I saw creators with millions of subscribers struggling financially, burning out, and even quitting their channels entirely. The final wake-up call for me was when one of my favorite YouTubers, Hamza, revealed that despite pulling millions of views, he was going broke. It shook me. I realized that the real problem wasn't YouTube itself, but the lack of a proper business model behind the channel. I spent the next year obsessively studying what worked, what made creators thrive financially without burning out. These pictures are me over the past year or so grinding, stand on my workstation. You can even, if you want to, you can pause and zoom into that little note, and you can literally read me scheming about what I want to do over the next year, which I've accomplished. That picture of me in the bottom is just me, like, I think Panera Bread. I was just working and stuff like that. But I have a whole bunch of pictures from this time period where I was just grinding in the trenches. So I didn't just stop there. I refined everything into a system, something repeatable, scalable, and impactful. And I realized that it was my duty to share this knowledge with YouTubers, as there was quite literally nobody else talking about YouTube like this. There is nobody else on YouTube that talks about YouTube in this manner. People always talk about, oh, optimize it for more views, more clicks, and so this stuff matters. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if it's not directly leading to money into a bank account. We don't want to just focus on vanity metrics that just maybe stroke our ego. We need to actually have direct dollars into our bank account that we can use to provide for the people that we love in our lifestyle, financial freedom, the time freedom, the location freedom. That's exactly why I'm here, because this isn't theory or fluff. It is the same system that creators are using to scale from inconsistent pennies to reliable 10K to 100K months, and is what I am going to share with you today. Synthesis is the culmination of this year, plus of in-depth research on what it takes to actually build a YouTube channel into a scalable business that prints out 10K to 100K plus months. In the next few minutes, I'm going to map out what I'm doing to help other YouTubers accomplish this A to Z, so that you can see how this all comes together. All in the name of you using synthesis to build a $10,000 to $50,000 to $100,000 plus a month profit YouTube business yourself without relying on AdSense, sponsorships, or burning out. So, synthesis, without making it too complicated, here are the specific pieces of the machine of synthesis that actually creates a profitable YouTube business. So, of course, we start number one with mindset foundations. We also have offer creation and the first one. So, mindset restructuring and break limiting beliefs, define who you are, serving and create a high-ticket offer, solving your audience's biggest problems. Use a strategic first launch framework to validate your offer and generate revenue. Then we have also the customer fulfillment infrastructure and product creation. We want to build the infrastructure required to get your audience's results and productize your service to deliver your system at scale. Let's take some water. Take a break. Take a break with me. Drink some water with me. Yummy, yummy. So then we have 3, the content and marketing ecosystem. We want to implement an audience acquisition mechanism to capture traffic at the top of funnel, direct this traffic to valuable assets by implementing an audience conversion mechanism, and then convert this traffic to sales by implementing an audience nurture mechanism, of course. Then, fourth, we have systems of leverage and productivity. We want to build systems and infrastructure required for you to focus on only the highest leverage tasks within your business. Of course, we only want to focus on things that are the most important and pull and provide the most value and the most output for the littlest amount of input. If that makes sense. We want to implement systems of productivity that quite literally 100x your work output from what you've been doing thus far to what you should be doing when you implement these systems of productivity. You want to then hire the necessary hires required for you to have the time to grow and scale your business in the first place. Then we have the second launch and systems of scale. You want to collect and apply feedback from the first launch to improve your offer and delivery for the second launch. Then we also want to capture all segments of your audience by introducing downsells and upsells via mid-ticket and low-ticket offer mechanisms. Then we want to implement systems that allow the business to scale to 6 to 7 figure revenue run rate post second launch. So that was a lot. So I would just want to distill it down to this. This is the 5-part system at a glance. We have the mindset foundation, offer creation, and first launch. We have the customer fulfillment infrastructure and product creation. We have the marketing and content ecosystem. We have the systems of leverage and productivity. We also have the second launch and systems of scale. Let me turn on the AC because I'm getting hot in here. I'm on fire. Now let me show you how each piece of this system is going to make you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. We have to start first with the mindset foundations, offer creation, and the launch. Mindset foundations. The problem with the influencer mindset, chasing vanity metrics like views and likes instead of building a business. You're chasing likes, chasing views, you're chasing subscribers. Like I said, these are things that do not put direct money into the bank account. By the nature of focusing on views, likes, and subscribers, you're making content for the algorithm. You're making content to appease your audience. It's like a hamster wheel. You're making content for the views and likes just so that you can get more views and likes so that you can make more content for more views and likes. But the views and likes, the main common denominator in this situation isn't actually leading to more money in the bank account, isn't actually leading to more time freedom. You're burnt out because you're doing this because, like I said, it's a hamster wheel. So you're going to keep running. You're going to keep running until you get tired. And then you're going to keep on running. And then once you're doing that, you're burnt out. You're tired. You hate YouTube. You hate your audience. Then you go back to doing your 9 to 5 because you're not actually making the one thing that actually makes YouTube work in the first place, which is the money. So if you're doing things like this, like chasing views and like chasing vanity metrics, by the nature of it, your actions don't lead to a scalable business. It doesn't lead to a 10,000 a month profit YouTube business, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. You're overworking with no systems for consistent income, of course, because you're only chasing views and likes. You're not actually focusing on creating a good offer, creating a good product, cultivating an audience of people who actually want to buy from you. You're relying on ads or sponsorships, which are just unreliable and it's out of your control. You can create the best video possible, spend $1,000 on it, and make literally only $100, $200 off of it because you can't control who watches your content. You can't control who likes. You can't control who subscribes. You need to take control of your income. You need to shift to a business owner mindset. You need to treat your channel as a lead generation tool for your business. The videos that you make are supposed to nurture your audience, supposed to provide them with tons and tons of value to a point where they feel stupid to not buy from you. Your free videos have to be so good that your paid product actually has to be something where they can't even fathom. You want to focus on solving real audience problems with scalable offers. You also need to build systems that generate predictable 10K to 100K a month income without burnout. You don't want to just be posting content, creating content, piece after piece, video after video, 24/7, just to make your money, just to survive. You need to build up systems that can generate this income without you having to post content all the time. So you can take a step back and focus on other parts of the business that actually drive the lever forward and make you money. We can't be posting content 24/7, be on this content treadmill trying to get out as many videos as possible for the week. You need to have systems. You need to have structure. I'm going to show you how to do that in the rest of this video. So, offer creation. The old way is, in the first place, you don't even know how to create an offer. So you're creating random content without a monetization plan or a clear target audience. Of course, you're then, of course, relying solely on AdSense or sponsorships, which, of course, will lead to inconsistent income, like we've been saying this entire video. You have no clear offer to solve a real pain point for the audience. And because of that, it's just going to lead to this result, which is struggling to generate significant income despite a large audience. You might have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but you still might be broke. You're feeling stuck without directions to turn content into a profitable business, of course, because you're just posting content and it's not actually leading to more sales, more leads, more money in the bank account, cash collected. And you're also attracting the wrong type of viewers in the first place and missing out on monetization opportunities altogether. You're attracting people who just want to watch your content for entertainment. They don't actually want to purchase something for you. This is all good, but if you're not getting the result that you want in your life, which is money results, which is financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, you don't want to attract people who just want to watch you for entertainment. You're just going to get sick of them because they're not actually deliberately leading to a specific result that you want in your life, which is whatever the case may be, whether it's time freedom, location freedom, financial freedom, whatever the case may be. You want to attract people who actually want to purchase from you. So the new way is to design a high value, high ticket offer that addresses your audience's biggest problems. Actually solve their problem. Don't just create content. Solve their problems, provide value to them. Craft an irresistible promise tied to real transformations. Transformations that genuinely have a huge impact on your customers' lives. You don't want no small transformation. You want something that's very substantial where they will remember you forever. You want to validate your offer through first a minimum viable product, an MVP approach before actually scaling. So that's why I say with my clients, we first open up a 10 to 20 spot high ticket mentorship just to first prove that people actually want something that we purchase or something that we're offering. And then also get sales into the door so that you're not relying on ads as the sponsors anymore. We tried to collect about 30 to 60K cash collected in this first official launch of just opening access to you. We're not even building out a product or a community or anything like that. Of course, nothing like that. You just want to first sell access to you, get cash in the bank account so you can have a safety net so that you can also have a clear model so that you can be able to scale in the future. The new result is a scalable offer that consistently generates 10K to 100K plus dollars a month in profit. You have clarity on how to market and position your offer to attract high value customers in the future, in the now, and in the present. I mean, now and present is the same thing, but yes, you have clarity on how to market and position your offer to attract high value customers because that first launch and first validation is how you'll be able to craft more offers in the future. You also have the ability to serve your audience in a more impactful and profitable way. I'm spitting some fire, so I need to turn on the AC. So, launch. Then, with the launch, the old way is that you're launching without doing true market research and testing your offer, which is resulting in little to no interest or sales. You're launching where you don't even know what people want, but you're not testing what people want. You're not actually acting and directly hopping onto market research calls with your customers and with your audience. So you don't even know what they actually want from you. Your offer isn't valuable enough so no one even cares in the first place. You're offering something like a cheap digital planner. People don't care about that. People want access to you. People want a structured program where they can get a very, very structured and specific transformation. You have no structured pre-launch strategy, so you're leaving your audience unprepared and disengaged from you, and you're focusing too much on perfection and delaying action. So you're trying to get all the variables correct instead of just launching as fast as possible after you've gotten validation of what your audience, what you think your audience wants, as like you've directly talked to them. And you want to launch just so you can get some feedback. Feedback is a king. Feedback is key. Feedback is king. You're then getting the old result because you're feeling overwhelmed with last minute preparation, leading to a chaotic and unprofessional launch. That just looks bad on your part, dude, because you are the YouTuber. People want to look at you as like, you know everything. You got everything set up correctly. If you have a chaotic and unprofessional launch, it's going to turn off people for any future launch you have in the future. You also have low engagement in sales due to lack of buzz or clarity about your offer. Of course, naturally, you're not going to get people buying in the first place. You're also burning out while juggling your content creation, audience management, and sales calls simultaneously because you don't have systems for content creation. You don't have systems for audience management. Your entire YouTube channel is dependent on how well and how good your audience sees you, which is just sad. You need to control your income so that outside of their opinion, it doesn't even matter what they say. You will still be making a certain amount of money every single month so that you can provide for the people in your life, your family, yourself. But that means you have to switch to the new way. You want to build into anticipation. You want to use a structured pre-launch warm-up sequence to prepare your audience with teasers, educational content, and success stories. You want to engage actively with your audience, which is launching with email campaign, Instagram stories, TikToks and Reels, and YouTube content tailored to drive traffic to your offer. You want traffic from as many sources as possible. You want to be able to get as many eyes onto it because launch and buying and sales is just a certain amount of people to how many people convert. That a certain amount of people who view yourself to how many people convert. So as long as you can get a certain amount of people, then you can eventually get a certain amount of conversion. And that's simply all making money from a launch is. You don't want to overcomplicate it. Use tools like ConvertKit for email flows, Typeform for application, and Calendly for scheduling calls, just so you can have structured flows and structured pre-call and post-call nurture flows so that people can show up on the calls as well as people can have a good customer experience as a purchase and then once they're onboarded, et cetera, et cetera. You want to implement a sales page with a clear call to action, a pre-sale video, and nurturing pre-call sequences to handle objection for the call. You don't even want to have to sell on these calls. You want people to already be pre-bought in, pre-sold, as in like they already know what you do. You've already handled all objections with your content. Oh, my mic, it fell. I just hit it. You want basically people to just know what you do before they even hop in the calls so that they can just basically go on the call just so that they can actually purchase from you. The result is a launch that feels effortless with a pipeline full of qualified leads who know what you do already and are excited to work with you. You have a high sales conversion rate because your audience understands your offer and sees its value before the launch even happens, as well as the fact that because you've done a launch campaign, pre-launch campaign over getting as many eyes onto your sales pages and waiting list pages and into your flows as possible, you have high sales conversion rate because you just have so many people who have viewed your stuff. And it's basically all conversion is. How many people have viewed your stuff to how many people buy? You now have confidence in scaling because of the predictable and repeatable results that your launch process delivers. Then we have the customer fulfillment infrastructure and product creation. This is part 2 of the entire system. Customer fulfillment infrastructure. This is Hercules find the need me line. Come on, let's go. So one-to-one or group mentorship, you want to be able to actually be in the trenches with the people who have bought from you. This is so that you can get amazing results. Customer fulfillment infrastructure and product creation is the most important part in this entire video. Without this, the rest of your business is in crumbles. You don't have a business. You're not going to get good word of mouth. You're not going to get people actually buying your stuff in the first place. If you don't have customer fulfillment infrastructure down and dialed, forget everything else in this video because you need to create a great customer experience for people who are purchasing from you. And it's going to be the only way that people will purchase from you in the future. And it's going to be the only way you get reviews and testimonials for when you actually need them to actually prove that your stuff works in the future as well. So the one-to-one or group mentorship depends on your package, depends on your expertise, depends on what you want to do, but you need to provide as much value as you can in one-to-one or group mentorships as possible. You guide the clients through a proven roadmap to achieve their desired outcomes, ensuring personalized support and success during the mentorship period. You want to have a clear guideline for where the client and / customer is at and where they need to go and the steps that they need to take to get from the place where they're at to where they need to go. They need to know exactly where they are in every single part of the process. So you make sure you have a proven roadmap. You need to be actively in the trenches with these people. What does this mean? You need to be doing everything in your power spending hours, spending as much time as you can with these people to get them to the end result, no matter what. No, nothing else matters if they don't get to the desired end result. So you need to do whatever you can to get them to the desired end result. Do whatever you can. Be in the trenches with them. Be in the trenches so that you know what works, so that you can figure out what works for others in the future as well. It's these people in your initial first launch who are going to be able to get you an amazing business that scales past hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Because these are people that are going to give you the proven, what is the case may be, proof that your stuff actually works, proof that your stuff is actually working, and you'll know what works as well once you're actually actively in the trenches with these people. So yeah, actively work with clients to solve challenges, find their strategies, and optimize processes. The work you put in here will quite literally determine the trajectory of your business. So like I said, yeah, of course, you need to also conduct weekly check-ins to identify what's working, address pain points, and refine your roadmap to improve clients' experiences and outcomes. Of course, as you're working with these people, you want to continuously document what's working, refine processes and systems, and figure out, okay, what's working, what's not. And it's going to help you create your actual product in the future if you're documenting what works in these initial first 10 to 20 people who you've opened up to your mentorship. Of course, yeah, you'll also begin creating valuable assets like frameworks, templates, and videos based on the insights gained from this mentorship. And that will help you in the future to systemize processes. Product creation. This is Alexander the Great. You want to be able to get to a point where you can start to shift from being in the trenches and working closely with your customers to eventually starting to shift to productization, to where you can start to build something that's actually scalable and leverage so that you can include and add more customers into the vehicle as much as possible. In the custom fulfillment infrastructure, post-launch and getting them results, you were in the trenches. You were very, very nitty-gritty, trying to do everything that you can to get results for your customers. And as you were doing so, you were documenting everything and basically figuring out what works, what doesn't, what can you improve upon, what can you remove, et cetera, et cetera. So as these people are starting to get results, you want to then transition from a mentorship to an actual minimum viable product, which is just a streamlined system that has proven frameworks, has proven templates, and proven tools to achieve results for your customers consistently. You can't be in the trenches forever, of course. We need to shift towards just being in the trenches, now being in the quote unquote trenches, but in a more scalable model, as in future customers and future people who go through a high ticket program that you were selling, which is what basically the minimum viable product will make up. They'll be able to achieve the same results as people got in the one-to-one or group mentorship, but they will be able to get it by simply just following a structured system that is now in a scalable thing for you on your end, where they can literally just go through whatever it is, like program, et cetera, and achieve the same result. That is what the value of a minimum viable product is, because you can't be in trenches forever. You need to transition to leverage and scalability. And that's what you do by building out your MVP. So you want to start building out your MVP. You want to document what works as you're getting results for your customers, which you should have been doing. You want to slowly start to compile the data and information on how to get the best results with them. So you need to figure out what's working, what's not, what are the best customers who are getting the best results, what are they getting, what are they doing that the people who aren't getting the best results aren't doing. You want to develop frameworks, templates, and guides for implementation based off documentation and time in the trenches with your customers. It's only by being in the trenches how you'll be able to create something genuinely valuable. Because if you weren't in the trenches with your customers in the customer fulfillment infrastructure in the first couple weeks after starting and getting people into your mentorship and starting to get results, you're not going to know what works for your minimum viable product. So that is why we emphasize doing everything it takes necessary to get these people results. Creating frameworks, creating templates, talking to them one-on-one, being with them every single day for every single step of the journey so that you can know what you can do to create something that gets results, and then you can actually implement it and give it to as many people as possible, because it's scalable, because you've created it into an actual productized thing, a productized service. We then want to launch the MVP and sell it to about 50 to 100 customers, and then use that feedback to further refine the product and polish it, as well as to enhance effectiveness and scalability. Your MVP will be good enough to sell in about 50 to 100 people before you even have to adjust it, before you even have to make it cleaner and more polished and more designed. You want to just put in the minimum viable steps that it takes for someone to get the good substantial result. Selling about 50 to 100 people, that could take you to about 100 to 500,000 to maybe even 750, a million a year, just by selling 50 to 100 people. Of course, it depends on your pricing, etc. You want to keep the MVP just lean, actionable, and results driven to deliver quick transformations without unnecessary complexity. Content and marketing ecosystem. Sorry, apologies. So first, we have the marketing ecosystem. We have the old way, which is just randomly posting content without a clear purpose or strategy dedicated to direct money in the bank. Remember, relying on AdSense and sponsorships leads to a lifestyle where you're relying on views, likes, and subscribers. We don't need that because it doesn't translate to direct money in the bank account. You're relying solely on YouTube views to drive traffic with no mechanism to actually capture the leads and people who would potentially buy your stuff in the first place. You're hoping that the algorithm brings you more visibility without actively nurturing your audience and using objective and fact-based techniques to generate attention. There's no hope in the game of business. It's either if, then, but. As in, if you do a specific result, then you will get a specific end result. And there are specific, well-known and fact-based things that you can do to specifically get more visibility, reach your target audience, and attract them and nurture them into your ecosystem. There's specific things that you can do. But by doing the old way, it simply just leads to this old result. Your audience watches your content, but doesn't take action beyond likes and comments, of course. You have limited reach outside of YouTube. So you're leaving untapped potential on your other platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. These are all platforms that could be bringing you hundreds to thousands of leads a day. You're missing out on leads who could have been nurtured into paying customers. So then the new way, create a multi-platform marketing ecosystem that connects all your social channels, which is YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and have them all work in conundrum. Have them all work in unison. It's an ecosystem. It's not just one or the other. It's not just YouTube and Instagram and leave out Twitter and TikTok. We have to use all of them and implement them into our content and marketing ecosystem. You use strategic content to funnel your audience towards a lead magnet or an opt-in page where you can capture their information, and then you can set up nurturing mechanisms once you capture their information, like email sequences, more content, and newsletters to build trust and prime your audience for your offering. It is unrealistic to think that everybody is going to be able and ready to purchase once they first see your stuff. You need nurturing sequences and conversion mechanisms that you can use to eventually, over time, fill them with value. Pause. Give them as much value as you can so that they eventually are in your ecosystem and realize, oh my gosh, this guy is so knowledgeable on this thing that I have a problem on. He has the exact solution that I need. And then from there, that's when they purchase from you. They feel like they have no choice. And the value of the multi-platform marketing ecosystem is that you're able to have touch points on multiple platforms for different leads. So they're able to see you on a whole bunch of different names: Twitter, email, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. They can see you on a whole bunch of different types of things. So they're able to get just familiar with you and your content. It is unreasonable to think people are just ready to buy like that. It's impossible. The new result is a 24/7 lead generation machine that literally works for you across multiple platforms. You have a predictable flow of high quality leads entering your funnel every single day, and you have a stronger connection with your audience because you're increasing their trust and likelihood to buy. In this day and age, trust is the most important thing. Trust and attention are the most important thing in order to have someone buy from you. You already have the attention part because you are a YouTuber. You're very skilled at generating attention. You also have authority and trust, but it's good to build up on what you already have so that you can eventually scale and be seen as just more of an authority figure, even more of one than what you are already, of course, what you are thus far. So then we also have the content ecosystem. The old way is just posting random videos without a cohesive strategy to actually generate your income. Of course, remember, for most of you, most YouTubers have just been relying on views, likes, and subscribers. We've already explained why we don't want to focus on that. But it's also not enough to just post random videos about cohesive strategy. You need an actual specific strategy that you're using to now not just focus on views, likes, and subscribers, but focus on profit, revenue, and customer results. So your videos are going to be based on that. Old way is creating content purely for views, not considering how it aligns with your offer or overall business goals. And you're overwhelming yourself by feeling like you need to post daily, or that if you don't post daily, you're going to risk losing momentum. That is what it is if you were relying on this old way of just posting content and your content strategy in general. The old result is, like I said, and you've you've definitely experienced this, burnout from the content grind with minimal ROI. You're not even getting paid for the burnout, for the amount of videos you're posting every single day and week. You're attracting viewers who aren't your ideal audience, leading to poor engagement and no meaningful conversions if you do decide to sell something like a low ticket Patreon, low ticket group service, group mentorship, whatever, group membership. I've seen on a whole bunch of different YouTubers, they'll have a cheap Patreon link in their description and they'll have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but they only have 100, 200, 300 members in it. Clearly you're doing something wrong, and clearly you're attracting the wrong type of people if you can't even get, I mean, dude, you should be having tens of thousands of people if you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers in your thing. You're feeling stuck in a cycle of creating for an algorithm rather than for your audience. Sad state of affairs. The new way, though, is developing a content strategy that's centered around your audience's biggest problems. Use your content to solve their problems and figure out and solve their desires. Use your content to give so much free value that they feel forced to purchase from you. Segment your content into top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel pieces to guide viewers through their journey. So top of funnel is supposed to generate traffic and generate attention. That's broad, engaging content to attract new viewers. The middle of funnel nurtures the content. That's case studies. That's how-tos and behind the scenes. The majority of your content should be middle of funnel content. Things that are very, very actionable. Things that are genuinely good enough to change someone's life, where they could watch a video, walk away from it, and not have to watch another piece of video again. But that's the key. That's a gag. They will still need help. So the middle funnel and all these type of videos are just to prove that you know what you're talking about. You have authority. You have expertise. This video in itself, that's what I'm saying. I am a man who speaks about what he does. This video is just to build authority. You are still going to need help even after this video. Bottom of the funnel, you have conversion focused content with direct call to action. That's content where you talk about more about you personal wise, like your personal life, what you do. Basically, they get to know you as a human being, as your personality and what you do. It is this type of content that actually lets people feel as if like they truly know you. You'll have case studies, you'll have client wins, et cetera, as types of videos that you'll post. And you'll have the right CTAs because people actually trust you. They actually get to see another side of you that you don't get to see in the top of funnel and middle of funnel content. You then repurpose the long-form YouTube content into short-form videos for Instagram, TikTok, and other platforms to maximize reach. Of course, we want to attract as much attention and generate as much attention as much as possible. But the new result is that you have content that positions you as a go-to authority in your niche, which also attracts the right audience who are eager to work with you in the first place because they trust you. You have credibility. You're posting content that literally shows your expertise. You're going to only attract people who are like, oh my God, no, I got to work with this dude. This dude is so good. You also have a sustainable posting schedule that reduces burnout while maintaining growth because your content isn't, your income isn't dependent on your content. Your content literally basically funnels leads into your sales funnel. These leads purchase through your nurturing mechanisms, of course, as like you maybe send them email flows. You send them free things that they can use to consume before they decide to book a call with you. Your content and over time just literally funnels people into your sales funnel to eventually where they become purchasees. And what we teach is that you must charge high ticket. You must charge something that is actually worthy of being sold. So something that has to be multiple 4-figure investment. Your battery's running low. Okay, let's get this video done. It has to be worthy of a 4-figure investment, and one sale could be 3, 4, 5K. Imagine if you can implement this marketing and content ecosystem to a point where you can have as many people as possible coming into your funnel, into your flow, where one person is a 4K, 5K, 6K purchase. So that's already more than you would make in 2-3 months of assets. That is the value of this. So your income isn't tied to the content that you post daily and weekly. So every piece of content is just going to contribute directly to your overall business objectives, leading to higher conversion and better results. It's just a beautiful system that works in conundrum. It works together to build something awesome, dude. So systems of leverage and productivity. The rest of this stuff doesn't even matter if you don't have systems of leverage and productivity, because you're not going to have the time. You're not going to have the time to actually implement on everything in this video. I want you to be able to implement on everything in this video, but you need systems of leverage. You need to be productive and has systems of productivity to be able to do this in an efficient way. So systems of leverage and productivity. You need a money routine. You need to have a specific task list that you do every single day without fail. I don't care if it's weekend, where you focus daily on the high leverage task, which is creating content, improving customer results, nurturing leads, and hiring/training team members for scalability. For YouTubers, there's something else that matters. It is these 4 things that lead you to money results. So you must work on these 4 things every single day. If it's not these 4 things, nothing else matters. And that's why it's called a money routine, because it's a core action that directly lead to a specific end result. Anything else, if you don't get this shit done for a day, everything else does not matter, because by definition, it's just a waste of time. Because if it's not any of these 4 things, creating content, which you need to attract attention, improving customer results, which you need to have more purchasees in the future, nurturing leads so that you can get people buying your stuff in the first place, and hiring and training team members for scalability so that you can actually have time to focus on these other things as well. Because you can't do everything. You're a CEO now. You can't do everything in the business. You need to outsource certain things. Then You want to eat the frog. So out of the money routine, you want to tackle your hardest and most impactful task first thing in the morning to set the tone for the day. Every day is going to change, but the eat the frog task, to tackle the most hardest and most impactful task for the day is going to be one of those 4 things. So pick one for the day, but do the hardest thing that feels the hardest, that feels like you have the most resistance. Get that shit done first thing in the morning. And it's going to be based on the money routine. Like I said, you finish the money routine task for the day first, and you also tackle the hardest task first, and you already won the day over 90% of people, 95, 99% of people. You already won. Deep work. You want to allocate distraction-free time block to accomplish cognitively demanding tasks like scripting, recording, and product refinement. Of course, you need to have specific work blocks where you're focusing on only one thing. So implement that with the money routine, eat the frog task. So with the tackle your hardest, most impactful task, you want to allocate distraction-free time blocks to it. So where you're literally only focused on one thing for one specific time. So say, for example, your eat the frog task for a day is creating content. You want to spend 2, 3, 4 hours where you only do that. No distractions, no phone, no nothing that could distract you, nothing that could be around you. I'm sitting here. This is a deep work test for me. There's nothing around me that could distract me. There's people in the background, as in I'm in a different country, so like people are just talking, but I have nothing else to distract me but the work. So I'm focused on recording, and I'm not going to do nothing else until this deep work task is done. That's how you have to be with your work. That's how you get stuff done. Batch tasks. Streamline workflows by dedicating specific days to tasks like scripting, recording, posting content. I script all my videos in one day. I record all my videos in one day because it just leaves me enough time for the rest of the week to do other things in the business. Because there's other things in business that has to get done, and I can't do it if I have like tapped open my brain for scripting, recording, posting content. I get all of it done every single day. And for posting content, I get it all done in one block in one day. I'm giving you guys a game. Hiring and delegation. You want to free your time by delegating editing, thumbnail creation, and lead management to a skilled team following clear SOPs. Delegating editing and thumbnail creation has to get done from day one. If you don't have the money, do it once you finish your first launch. But editing and thumbnail creation cannot be done by you because it's just too low leverage. You can literally train people to edit in your exact same style. It's a cope to think you can't. You can train them as long as you create clear standard operating procedures, clear instructions of how to edit like you, how to create thumbnails like you. If you can do that, you can outsource it and have people doing it for you, and your audience wouldn't even know. They would literally not even know that you changed and hired somebody to do it for you, because editing and thumbnail creation is what's going to keep you broken, what's going to keep you on the content hamster wheel. So you must outsource it immediately. You want to have an optimized KPI schedule. So use a daily/weekly input system to track progress on tasks that directly grow your YouTube business. So in an optimized KPI schedule, you need to know how much of each task you need to do per day. So you need to know how much you want to work on. For example, you say the KPI schedule is that you want to work on 1 hour of improving the product, which is getting better customer results, 2 to 3 hours of nurturing leads. That's posting. That's optimizing content. That's scripting. That's recording, et cetera, et cetera. Hiring team members. Maybe you want to allocate 1 to 2 hours a day to hiring and training, creating SOPs, talking to your team members, as well as creating content. Maybe you want to allocate 2 or 3 hours to doing this. So that's recording, that's scripting, et cetera, et cetera. You want to know how much you're doing for each day and be able to have it in the system so that you know, okay, if I got my 2 to 3 hours of creating content for a done day, I hit that KPI. If I got the 1 to 2 hours of hiring / training team members for a day done, I hit that KPI. This is just going to keep you organized. It's going to keep you in a nice schedule. So you know that if you didn't hit your KPIs for a day, you're not going to get to a specific output. Your KPIs directly lead to a specific output. The amount of inputs you put in will determine how much output you get out. So if you can hit your daily KPIs of creating content, improving customer results, nurturing leads, and hiring training team members for scalability, you will directly grow your YouTube business. It's just a fact. So we also have, this is actually the last one. We have the second launch and systems of scale. So second launch, the old way is jumping into the second launch without reviewing what worked and didn't during the first campaign. So if you don't even know what worked in the first campaign, and if you didn't document everything, and you haven't been in the trenches to know what worked, and you didn't actually take the time to learn, I mean, dude, the second launch is just going to be a disaster for you. You're focusing also on broad content without implementing your refined offer that you have now from the customer fulfillment infrastructure and creating your MVP. So now you also have audience confusion because now they don't even know what you sell anymore. You're not capturing all segments of your audience now that you have a validated product with results. So we did a high ticket mentorship in the first launch, but you also need to capture medium ticket and low ticket people, as in people who can't afford your high ticket. If you really want to scale past numbers like 6 figures a month, 7 figures a month, because you need to have all segments of your audience captured with being able to purchase a product at every single level of your market. So you want to have and capture and create something that where you can actually have people who can't afford your high ticket, but are maybe qualified for your mid ticket and low tickets, so that you can introduce and have more money for scalability, as well as just cash collected in general in the second launch. So then you're also neglecting pre-launch preparation, which is just resulting in lukewarm engagement and low excitement among viewers. That's an obvious one. You're also not preparing for scale post second launch. As in this second launch, we are optimizing for scale. First launch was to prove that people want our product. And as we were getting results with people, we started to build our MVP. So now at the point of the second launch, our MVP is ready. Our MVP is ready to actually deliver to people and actually sell in 50 to 100, 150 people before we actually polish and refine and design the finished final product. The second launch is now optimized so that you can get as many people as possible into your ecosystem and into your user business. So you can scale the numbers like 50K a month, 100K a month, 200K a month, et cetera, just like I showed you in the examples in the beginning of this video. So the old result is that you now have a second launch that feels rushed, underwhelming, and it fails to outperform the first. You also have frustration from spending weeks preparing content emails only to see limited results, which would honestly kill you. I would literally be dead if that happened to me. And you also feel like the challenge is overstalling with no clear path to scale income. At this point, you would probably be confused of how to even continue. Would you have to go back to AdSense and sponsorships, or try and do another launch, maybe a third launch? But you had already done a second launch that failed, so now you don't even know if the third launch is going to work. You'll just be confused, and that's why you don't want to do this over. You don't want to do the things that lead to this old result. What you need to do is implement the new way, which is just simply reviewing the performance of the first launch naturally, which is you want to focus on including the conversion rates and audience feedback and what content drove the most engagement. So you want to make sure you can review the different stats and different analytics and data so that you can improve on what worked and what didn't, including conversion rates. So, for example, maybe get more people viewing your sales pages and waiting lists and getting more people into the waiting list and doing things to actually make more people view your stuff. Because like I said, conversion is just about how many people view your stuff to how many people buy. You then want to create a clear and irresistible offer based on the feedback you've gathered from building your MVP. So improving the offer from the first launching campaign, improving what actually people value because you were in the trenches with these people, you were getting them results, and as well as you've created your MVP. So you should know what people actually want. So create and craft your offer based on that. As well, you want to capture all segments of your audience by introducing the mid-ticket and low-ticket options. This is how you actually get to a crazy amount of money. First of all, cash collected, as well as per month post-launch as you begin to scale. Because not everybody, and not even just everybody, the majority of people are just not going to be able to afford your high tickets. You want to have options for the mid-ticket and low ticket, so where you can eventually upsell them to the high ticket once they've gotten results from the mid-ticket and the low ticket. Of course, you want to have a pre-launch hype campaign. Tell everybody, shout it to everyone, everywhere, that you are launching and that this is going to be something that's big. Then as well, you want to map out each step from teaser video to cart open/close, ensuring everything runs smoothly and on schedule. So you want to basically know what you're going to do for each step of the launch campaign. You should even be doing that for the first launch campaign as well. That's going to lead to the new result of a highly engaging second launch that connects deeply with your audience and generates significantly higher revenue than the first, because we're not capping spots at 10 to 20. We're trying to get as many people as we can, as many people as you can handle personally. Imagine if you were getting 30 to 50 people in the second launch at a ticket price of 4K each, or like 4K for like 20 to 30 of them, and maybe like 1 to 2K for the 10 to 15, and maybe like whatever the case may be for however much your gold ticket is. So imagine if you were getting, this is like 100K, 200K, 300K cash collected launches. This is possible. You also have a clear framework to repeat and scale launches, giving you confidence in your business model. Even after the second launch, even though you could do a third, fourth launch some months later, because like obviously like you need time to allow your audience to just like cool down. But you don't even need to do a launch after the second launch. You can just continuously scale now that your product and service is actually productized, so that you can honestly just continuously scale and get more leads into your ecosystem as you grow, as you get bigger, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, and you also just have confidence in your business model. Of course you do, because your stuff actually works. So now you also have momentum that positions your YouTube business for sustainable growth to 10K to 100K plus a month profit. This second launch and actually achieving this new result is what will lead you to a multi-six-figure YouTube business, YouTube channel, something that you might have never even thought of before, but this is what is possible when you do the things correctly. So then we also have systems of scale, which is just the simple last one. We want to recruit critical hires like appointment setters, closers, editors, and customer success managers who handle increasing lead volume, sales calls, and client fulfillment with ease. You want these people to actually be full-time team members. You don't want to just have people who are coming in and out of the business. You want to create contracts. You want to create team dynamics so that you can actually have people who want to grow with you. You don't want to just bring in a whole bunch of random people who don't know about your business, who are just in it for the money. You want people who actually care about your business if you want to scale. You then want to create detailed SOPs for repetitive tasks like editing, lead qualification, customer onboarding, and nurture campaigns to ensure seamless and scalable workflows as you attract more and more. Leverage tools like CRM software, such as Go High Level, Google Sheets, whatever the case may be, whatever works for you. Automated email/SMS flows and task management systems to reduce manual work and boost efficiency. As you scale the game, name of the game of scaling is automating where you can, doing more of what works, and basically figuring out what you can outsource as well. Because you're a CEO, you should only work and focus on the highest leverage tasks for you to actually grow the business directly. And especially when you're scaling, that is especially crucial. So you want to outsource and delegate the tasks that don't actually lead to more money and lead to actually more money coming in every single month, as well as more customers. Then, of course, when you scale, you want to incorporate paid ads and targeted outreach campaigns to scale inbound leads while maintaining a warm and engaged audience. So you already have an organic ecosystem where you bring in tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. But now, since there are 4 different ways to attract clients and actually generate leads and get clients, which is paid ads, content, outreach, and partnerships. Partnerships, we're not going to talk about in this video, but outreach and paid ads, these are main levers that you can use to actually, this is how you get into numbers like 7 figures run rate a month. Like literally shit, like that's just how it is. So you already have an organic ecosystem that is literally like a castle. It's so strong. It's it's like a fortress. But then once you incorporate paid ads and targeted outreach, dude, this is literally how you scale to numbers crazy. But then want to as well enhance your product suite by scaling your high ticket offers, making them better. And of course, introducing your mid and low ticket options for unqualified leads, making that better. Ensuring every lead is monetized effectively. You want to just capture all segments of the market. Track KPIs across marketing, sales, and fulfillment to identify areas for growth and continually refine strategies. Continuously just want to do what works, what doesn't work. You want to do more of what doesn't work, fix what breaks, do that until it breaks, fix it when it breaks, and then do more of that until it breaks again. You want to keep doing that as you scale. You want to keep it simple. You don't want to do so much. Do what works until it breaks, fix it, and keep on doing that thing. You then want to continuously repurpose YouTube content to shorter formats like Instagram Reels, TikToks, Instagram Stories, newsletters, workshops. You want to convert it into live workshops, live videos, webinars, etc. Just to expand your reach, expand your authority, expand your trust, as continuously document case studies, continuously document testimonials and what people are saying about your product. You document the best of the best. This is how you become an empire of a YouTube business. So, summary. Number 1, part 1 is foundations, offer creation, and first launch. You want to develop a winning mindset, craft a high ticket offer and launch to generate revenue and validate your business. Number 2, you want to have a customer fulfillment infrastructure and product creation. You want to build systems to deliver exceptional client results and create products that ensure satisfaction and retention. Part 3, you want to have a marketing and content ecosystem. This is how you turn your YouTube channel into a lead generation engine with integrated content, email campaign, and social media strategies. Number 4, you want to have systems of leverage and productivity. You want to streamline daily operations with productivity tools, batching, and delegation to focus on high impact activities. Number 5, you want to have a second launch and systems of scale. Relaunch your offer now that you know what works, what doesn't, and now that you've productized your service. Hire key team members and implement scalable systems for sustained growth. Synthesis is designed to help educational and informational YouTubers shift from relying on assets and sponsorships to running a real scalable business. Just take a look at these YouTubers who are using these exact systems to make tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. Look at John Mark Stevenson. John Mark Stevenson has 28K subscribers. This dude is making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. You can go to his channel, you can go to Instagram, you can validate it, you can prove it because this is real. He is genuinely making hundreds of thousands of dollars per month with only 28,000 subscribers. He's an educational / informational YouTuber that posts about mindset and improvement content. Look at Bailey. You can literally look up her YouTube and look her up on school. She's generating $25,000 a month every single month with a 44.6K subscriber channel. She's an educational YouTuber / informational YouTuber that posts about SE content. So it'd be unreasonable to really think that this is not possible for you. There are YouTubers with big, small, large audiences who are doing all the exact same things with the exact same system. It would be unreasonable for you to think that wouldn't work for you. Look at Charlie Morgan making millions of dollars a year with only 185K subscribers. And he was making this much with an even smaller amount of subscribers as well. He was making millions of dollars per month, $1 million per month. Sorry. I know, because I know Charlie Morgan. I know how much he has actually made. $1 million per month, and he had way less subscribers. So I can only imagine how much he's making now. And he's using the exact same strategies to achieve these numbers. Like how I made $800,000 last month, so you can just copy me. He's using these exact same strategies to generate this amount of money. Now that you understand exactly how this process works, let me show you how we can help you implement it into your YouTube business. If you're an educational or informational YouTuber who feels stuck trying to monetize your channel effectively, you're tired of relying on AdSense and sponsorships and feel like they aren't enough to support the lifestyle or business that you truly want in your life. If you're looking to scale your channel to 6 figures and beyond without burning out, and you want to build a business that works for you and not against you, one that provides financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, and a deeper connection to your audience, and if you're ready to provide solutions to your audience that they're eager to pay for, and you want to hit 10K to 50K to 100K months plus in profit without grinding 24/7 or chasing viral content, we'll install sentences into your YouTube channel so that we can replicate this exact process for you and help you see similar results in less than half the time it would take for you to do it on your own, plus less than half the time and half the cost of doing it on your own, plus half the pain and headache of doing it on your own in the first place. Like I said, these are more results. It's Hamza. It's First Man. These are people who are doing the exact same thing, using the exact same systems. It would be unreasonable for you to think that this could not be you as well. Schedule a walkthrough down below at the first link in the description. And I can't wait to see you there. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys found this valuable. I'll see you guys in the next one. Schedule a walkthrough down below.